All right, welcome to Helmar Live, and we're making these cute little rain boots. They're made of paper and flowers, and all of it is put together with the Helmar 450 adhesive and some of the gemstone adhesive for the little gems on here. So we're going to get started, and I'll show you how to do this as we go here. And I'm Matott. They are very cute, aren't they? I love these. So I made a pattern out of paper, and I can upload it to my blog tomorrow, or for tomorrow, tonight for tomorrow, of all the little pieces, and they have the measurements on there, and you know, the parts you can trace. All right. Hi, Katie Nola, and Barbara. I see Barbara Lee just logged on. So this is what we're making today, ladies. Little boots made out of all paper and some cardboard, and lots of flowers with all the 450 adhesive, Helmar 450. So I'm going to put these off to the side, and I'm going to pan down because you don't want to look at me. I've been teaching all day, and I'm a little rough to wear here. My kids have been wild today. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's a full moon or what, but they've been a little bit. Yes, I designed the pattern myself after much trial and error, and it still, you know, still needs a little work on some of the parts, but I found some of the measurements that work pretty well. This one is an 8.5 by 11 paper, so that fits through your printer perfectly. So when we make this part is going to be the boot leg, the top part. You look just like, thanks, Cheryl. No, I definitely look like I've been run over. It's been one of those days today. So let me just say I was very happy when my children ended up upstairs ready for bed. It's been a very rough day. Okay, so anyway, the papers I'm going to use tonight. The ones that I used on my other boots were Prima. They were a line from last, let's see, I think they're last summer's line. This one is the winter CHA release called Fairy Rhymes by Jody Lee. So I'm going to use these because I like them, and I think they'll make cute boots too. These make little spring boots. My other ones were kind of summery, but I love the butterflies on this one, and they're double-sided. So the other side looks like this. It's very pretty pastel. And then, so those will be, I think that's going to be the boot. Oh, I don't know. I got to figure out which one I want. So maybe I will do the polka dot for the boot leg part, just like the polka dots I did on the other one. Let me grab one so you can see. See, I did the top part here has the dots, so I think I'll do that part. Or I could do the butterflies with that one. What do you think, girls? And then we've got this pretty one. I think this will be like the part that wraps around, maybe. Let's see, they got it for scrapbooking on the other side. This is all Prima. These are pretty. This has like a text kind of thing, kind of vintagey looking. All right, so what do you think? I think, oh, I don't know. It's tough. I think I want for this part. I think we'll do the butterfly one, this part, because that's really cute. And then we'll do maybe the text for that part. Maybe I won't use this one. That's cute. I'll save that for something else. Okay, so I'm going to need 2 of these. Let me find my other one. See, so this is the hard part, is planning out what you're going to use. Oh, I also have this one with the keys. That's cute. All right, I think I'm going to use that. And then the dots, too. Okay, see, I've changed my mind. I'm going to use this with the keys. That's really cute. And that would be cute with the butterfly at the top of the boot up here. All right, so that's what I'm going to start with. Okay, so here's what I did. You're gonna need to trace on the reverse side, so you got to think kind of in reverse. So since I'm making these the main boot part, I'm gonna do this with 8.5 by 11. So I got to find the top. Okay, so that's the top, and this part is going to be the bottom of the boot. So this adheres to the sole, the part that, you know, the part that is the bottom of the boot. So we're going to just trace this so that I can cut this nice and even. I actually can use my paper trimmer if I can find it. I'm not very organized today. I apologize. It's just been one crazy day. So let me grab my paper trimmer. There we go. It's easier. And you want a good marking pen or a pencil that has, you know, that you can lightly mark things with. So, and then you can erase lines later if you need to. So I'm just going to mark this so I know where to cut. And I'm going to need to make 2 of these. So when I upload this to my blog, I'll upload it full size so you can just download it and then print them to fit the page. And this is the boot part. Okay, so you need 2 of these. Okay, and you can always come back and refer to this recording next time or when you're ready to make your own, and then you can follow me as you make them. Okay, so I'm just going to cut this. Or save the little extra because you could use that on the layout. And this one. Okay, I hope I did that right. Yep, I did. Okay, so you want to make sure, like, I want this at the top of my boot, so you got to make sure that you have that the correct way. Then I just am going to trim off that. I just traced those corners. I'm just trimming that off. Okay, so there's one. We got one. Do another. Oh. There's the top again. I gotta make sure I do that top corner. Yep. Matching boots. I wish we had rain for rain boots right now. It's snowing. It's like slush, yucky slush. We got about, I don't know, 4 inches or so today. Of course, not even a delay. I didn't even get a school delay. Not even a delay. This is the part that I don't like about living in upper central New York, you know, up in the middle of New York, because we all apparently are so strong and used to all the snow that, you know, we can handle it. So we don't get really days off very often. Bummer. I could have used it today, let me tell you. Alright, so here's number 2. Number 2. Alright, so we're going to set these aside. We're going to finish cutting all the pieces, and then I'll show you how to assemble them all together. And then we'll embellish with our flowers. Well, that'll be cute, because this will be on the inside of the boot. You know, when you fold it and adhere it, you'll have a little bit of the birdies inside. That's cute. Okay, very cute. Alright, so let's get them put aside. You can keep it with your, I keep them together with the template so I know what they are. These are kind of easy to figure out. Okay, so then this part of the boot is next. So we're going to cut one of these pieces and then one of the toe box pieces. And then I've already cut out the base out of cardboard, so I'll show you that too. Okay. You had a snow day today, Katie? Very lucky. You're so lucky. I definitely did not. I could have used it. Alright. Oh, these are cute on this side too. Ooh. Maybe I could do the banner. No, that would be upside down. Okay, so I'm going to do the dots because I think they're very cute. And I just need them to look adorable. Dots. I love polka dots. Oh, Sandy, 65. That's like summer for me. That would be, I'd be out in shorts and sandals. All right, so this again is from the Fairy Rhymes Prima collection by Jody Lee. And they just debuted it at the CHA summer, or CHA winter, sorry, this winter, which I did not get to go to. Had to teach, you know. All right, so I'm tracing my little template. Gotta be careful and hold it down. All right, and I need 2 of these, so I'm gonna trace it twice. If your paper has a certain design, make sure that you're tracing it the right way, because you'll be very mad at yourself when you ruin paper cutting it out and it's upside down and it's not the way you wanted it. So make sure that you're double checking the way that you want. So this wraps around like this. Okay, so you want this arch to be the top part. Yes, and Sandy, it'll be on my blog tomorrow. I can't guarantee it'll be on there tonight. I will try to put it on tonight, but you'll definitely be able to download it tomorrow. I just have to scan it in. All right. And there's a link to my blog on the Helmar site, but I think probably I'll just type it up here for you after I'm done with the presentation, or with the whole thing, and then that way you'll be able to get it. Okay. And I'll link this recording there too, so that you can access it from there. All right. So my paper cutter, I'm not gonna try to do the arch around there, or to the arch. So I'm just gonna hand cut that. Now, you could change the shape of this. I just did an arch because it was easy, but you could do like a scalloped edge, you know, if you cut with some of those decorative scissors, or, you know, something like that. Or you could do a different shape if you don't want to. Like, it'd be really cute if you made little Valentine boots with heart. This top part could be a heart. You can figure it out. You can alter my template any way you'd like. Oh, there you go. Thanks, Cheryl. You're good. All right, so there's my blog up there. All right, so there's one like that. Kind of cute. Yeah, very cute. I like that pink polka dots. This will be my little Easter boots. I have a little Easter display on my mantle right now, so these will be great. The other boots are up there right now, but I also have an altered umbrella that I can put the boots with too, so it's very cute. It's a paper umbrella. Maybe I'll have to alter a real umbrella someday. I could do a Ustream with that. All right, and then I still have pieces that I could save. So remember, you're doing 2 boots, so you got to cut out 2 of each of the shapes. All right, I'll put that aside. Okay, now if you have any like pencil lines, like I have some pencil lines, you could trace this on the back of what you're cutting out, and then you won't have to erase the pencil lines. But since I did it in pencil, I can just take my eraser and quickly erase around the edge there. I'm not fussy about line showing. You could also ink the edge with an inker, you know, ink pad or something, and then you wouldn't even see it. Or do like some embossing powder edging. Okay, so there we go. So I'm going to put those 2 aside. We've got that done. This one is the wraparound. It wraps around the base. Okay, now these are the toe box. Okay, so this is the part that's going where the toe is. I know, I love this butterfly paper. Isn't that beautiful? And it looks like crackle, like the finish. It has like dots, and it also has this crackle look. It's very cool. And then the back is like stars. These are all like twinkle stars. They're so cool. So I gotta make sure I'm doing this the right way. It's this way. Right? Let me see. No, that would be upside down. So we want it this way. Okay. So I got to cut 2 of these. So this one's a little trickier because I made little tabs that are going to fold so they adhere to the base, the foot part, the bottom, the sole of the boot. So you want to, you know, you got to cut around those, which is a little bit of a pain. I think that's the trickiest part of cutting. You should have seen me trying to figure this template out, you know, to draw it. I tried several ways and finally got one that worked for me, so this is the one I ended up with. My first boots were a little smaller, so these I made as big as I could. Alright, so I need 2 of these, cutting 2 of them out, so butterflies. Yes, maybe I get some of the crackle in this one. I'll just make sure I'm doing this right. This is the toe. See? I'm screwing up myself already. Let me double check. See what I mean about double checking? This is the back, so this is the front, and I want it to be, the butterflies to be facing out. Yep, so that's right. Okay, see? I just had to double check. Check twice, cut once. Isn't that what the carpenters say? Measure once, or measure twice, cut once, something like that. I don't really measure, I'm just tracing, so I already did my measuring to make these templates. Alrighty, so we're cutting out our pieces, and then we're going to use the Helmar 450 quick dry adhesive to glue all these pieces together to make paper rain boots. They're super cute. And these will be the perfect little decoration for your front hall or from your mantle or something like that. Alright, so I'm going to cut off the extra. And save it because it's very cute paper. And I might add it to the little soles of my shoes. We'll see. Okay. Alright, so I'm cutting it away here. Oh, you could do, yes. If you put like a gel medium, a glossy gel medium, or a glossy decoupage, the decoupage glue, is it glossy when it dries? I'm trying to remember. Cheryl would know. Yeah, the decoupage and craft paste, is it dry glossy? That would be very cute if it looked like little rain galoshes. Kind of shiny like plastic. That would be awesome, and you could kind of seal it, and I bet you it would be safer. It's not gloss. Oh, it has like a satin type finish. Well, that's perfect. That would be fine. And then I think it would protect it, and you could like dust them and really keep them nice. Pardon me. Oh, I think I'm waiting to maybe get some of that. I'm not sure. Oh no, I think I used it before. The decoupage, yes, I know I did on one of my other projects. I've used it a lot. I don't think I have very much left. Alright, see how I cut all around it? Alright, and then now I'm just cutting the little triangles out. That's the easiest way, instead of trying to cut the whole thing out at once and go around all those notches. What a pain that is. So I just cut out as close to the edge, and then I just trim out the little triangles. Cheryl, I'm glad you're moderating. You can answer all those questions. Fantastic, thank you. All right. The cardboard soles, I just used like part of a shipping box. You want something that's corrugated because you're going to kind of rip away one layer and that'll give you that corrugated, like a sole of a shoe kind of design, you know, the patterns on the soles of the shoes. That's what I was looking to create. So I'll show you that in a minute. And then we're going to put everything together. Oh, the decoupage glue dries fast, yes. Alright, so I'm cutting around. And then we'll just cut out all these little things. Alright, so I won't do all that right now. So this is the toe box. Alright, now these are the, I just used a piece of cardboard from a shipping box. And it has corrugation. You want to make sure it has the top layer and the bottom layer. Oh wait, I'm an impatient crafter too. Now make sure you're lining up this so that you can tell that, you know, it's facing in the right way. Like little kids' boots, you know, little kids' shoes. Gotta remember which way it is. And then you want to cut one the right side up and one reversed. So you flip it over. So when I'm cutting and not tracing on my cardboard, I cut one this way and then reverse it to flip it. So you have two different shoes, two different feet. Okay? So hopefully that makes sense. Alright, and then what I do is I just take these, the bottom layer. This will be the bottom of the sole, and I'm just taking the layer and ripping that top layer off. So I kind of get my fingernail in between and rip it like this. You could, you know, it could be as distressed and as textured as you want. You could use a real thick, you know, textured paper for the bottoms. You want something a little sturdy, a little bit that'll stand up. You know, then the boot, when the boot is set down, you want it to stand up on its own. So make sure that it's level. Okay. I love, there's something about ripping cardboard that makes me very happy. I don't know. It's very therapeutic. Get rid of all the stress of the day. Rip cardboard. Rip the top layer off. Yeah. Sometimes getting your scissors under there and kind of popping it off of there. There's some parts that are glued a little better than others. So it kind of looks like the bottom of a boot with that corrugation. Alright, and tonight I'm probably just going to do one boot to show you, and then you just, you know, repeat the steps for the second boot. Or you can make them both at the same time, and then, you know, it's easy to do once you know the steps. So I'm just going to focus on one boot tonight because it will take us too long to do both at the same time. So you can always refer back later. Alright, so it's pretty good. Here we go. Most of it's off of there. See? Look at the mess I made. Isn't that great? I love it. So this will be the bottom of the boot. This is the top of the boot. Okay. Or the top of the sole, I should say. Let me clean up my mess here. And then I can get started on adhering. so here is, we're going to need one of each of these. And since if these don't matter if they're left or right or whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm just going to put that aside. Okay. So these are the other pieces. The first thing that we're going to do is roll this and adhere it, slightly overlapping, so it has a little bit of space there, okay? Or a little bit of, it should be rounded, but you want to overlap it a little so that it has something to glue onto, okay? So I'm using the 450 quick dry adhesive from Helmar. It's my absolute favorite glue. This stuff is amazing. And I am going to glue on this edge. Put some down here and wrap this around. Careful not to get it all over me, which I did once. This stuff's sticky. Okay, line up the top. And it takes very little time to glue, to hold, have it hold. So I just kind of stick my hands in and just keep smoothing until it grabs on. Might need just a tiny bit more here on the edge. Ooh, I got a paper cut today and that stings. Hot glue in a bottle. It absolutely is. I will tell you that I used this. My son had to make a school project, and this stuff adheres just about anything, and that stuff doesn't move. And you know how rough kids are getting stuff to and from school. That is held perfectly. All right, so there's the one boot part. All right. Actually, this seam it doesn't bother me too much. You could line it up, you know, with the images and make sure it's really lined up. You could put, you know, a piece of something, but we're going to kind of hide that seam with the flowers. So the flowers are going to kind of go over that. Okay. So there's that. So I'm going to set that aside for a second. And the toe box part, I'm going to, ooh, that's so cute, isn't it? Look at that. Yeah, adorable. So I'm going to bend all the little tabs here, because this part is going to go, no, it's going to go last to the boot, but I want to be ready because they all have to go together. So this is the part that's going to adhere. You're going to be adhering the tabs. And it's going to kind of bend like this. Okay, so it's the toe box, we call it. Okay, so that's right. And this one is going to go around the front like this. And we'll adhere this here. I'm trying to remember how that part. I think I glued this part on first, so we'll do this first. This part's going to go in the front and line up with the bottom of this, like that, and there. And I'm just going to put glue around the arch part, and then around the wrap, the part that goes around. Because this part, you see, is kind of open. You don't need to put glue there. Alright, now to line everything up, I kind of hold this here, and I'm going to center it and line it up down here. I'm going to center the arch. And then it overlaps itself right here in the back. Okay, so I'm just kind of holding the glue in place, making sure that everything's adhered down real well. Alright, isn't that cute? Very cute. Oh, Barbara, glad you got it working. Okay, so then this part's going to get adhered to the cardboard, and we're kind of going to make an oval. So I'm going to kind of, this is the tricky, really tricky part, is that you're going to kind of put glue on the inside of this bottom, and it's going to kind of adhere to the side. And it does work. It's just tricky to get it in there. And you know, whatever mistakes you make, you can always hide with flowers. So I'm wrapping it around the heel of the boot. Kind of just holding it like that. So it kind of looks like, I don't know if you can see it on here. And this gap will be hidden because I'm going to put a little heel piece on there. If you see any gaps, you know, you can fill in with the glue. And we'll hide some of it with the heel piece, which I just kind of traced the back, and when the glue dries, it'll be easy to do that. I'll show you. It's hard to explain. Okay, so I'm just kind of waiting for that glue to catch on. Do it this way. Okay, see how fast that dries? That's pretty amazing. It dries really fast. Oh, my phone's ringing. Sorry. Alright, the toe box is kind of, you're just going to have to kind of form it to the toe and glue it with the tabs. So I kind of just, I think I'm going to do these tabs on the edge first, and then I'll glue the other ones. Oops, I got glue boogers. I can hear who's calling me. Somebody hung up. Alright, so you got to kind of shape it. This is really the hardest part, I think, is shaping and adhering, making sure they're all stuck in the right place. Okay. Oops, sorry. Can't see me. So sorry. There we go. So you want contact with the base and the top part of this, where it adheres to the shoe, to this part right here. So those little tabs, when you put glue on, this is the part you're going to have to just kind of work around. Okay, and then I'm going to adhere the rest of it down. I just want to make sure this is good and stuck in there. Putting my hand in here and pressing on there helps a little bit too. So my hand is inside and I'm pressing against the tabs. Alright, and then I'm going to put a little glue, because this is kind of bendable. Oh, sorry, I'm getting glue blobs. And put the glue on the tabs here. I love the design of these bottles of glue because they do allow me to get into some tight places. Alright, so I'm just adhering it to the toe there. Making sure everything's stuck down and good. Looks good. I don't think I have enough glue on this side. Just gotta put a little more. It is like hot glue in a bottle without being hot. I don't burn my fingers with this stuff. I can't tell you how many times I burn my fingers on hot glue. Now I don't have to make them anymore. Now I don't have to use it anymore. Use this stuff. Alright, now I'm going to do this little thing on the bottom. See how I made the little heel and the little toe thing? just for fun. I mean, I think it covered up the edges a little bit too. I think that was the reason I used it. I made that, but I think I like that a lot. So I'm just going to trace onto, I think I'm going to use the dotted one because I had some leftover dots. And I'm just going to trace the heel on some leftover of this. I just lined up the heel. Make sure it's the right way. As far in as you want, and then I'm going to just, oops, I got to hold it, trace around it, and I'll cut that out, and then I'm going to trace around the toe, you know, so kind of see where the line is here on the edge and how far in you want it to go. And just going to, oops, line it up again. All right. Now, if any of the cardboard is hanging out over the edge, like mine's a little bit, I can always take scissors and just trim it, you know, trim it off if it's showing on there. I did a pretty good job with the template. It's pretty accurate. You just might have to shape it a little. But look how well that's holding. I mean, that glue is just incredibly strong and incredibly fast drying. That's why it's called quick dry adhesive. It's like super glue. Super glue. Better than super glue. And I'm just going to adhere a little toe piece, this little piece here on there, or this is the heel part, sorry. I got a line there. Oops. And just trim some of that off. Oh, I love my 450. I could not do without my 450, seriously. And I was sharing it with everybody at the crop I went to last weekend. I was like, oh my gosh, you've tried this. They all loved it. Alright, so really get that sucker glued down. So here I'm putting on this little heel part. And if it sticks out a little, I mean, I traced it, but it might stick out a little, so I can trim it. Again, I don't really measure. A lot of the times I just kind of go by trial and error. I'm just, you know, that's the art teacher thing in me, not the mathematician. That cute little heel there. Oops. Yeah. And put it on the toe. Just a little decorative bottom of the shoe. Oh, I think I need more adhesive on the edge. Yeah, it's just a little finishing. You know, it's just one of those little details that, I don't know, it's not necessary, but it's cute. And it just finishes, makes it look nice. And, you know, people are picking it up and looking at it. That's just a cute little thing. A little surprise. I'm just trimming anything that was overhanging. Perfect. Alright, there we've got our boot. There's a couple other finishing touches you could add to it. On this one, I don't think I did them on these, but you could add a little buckle. You know, like some of them have little buckles on the edge, or you could add these little things on the top. But I think I'm going to do buckles on these. I don't have buckles, but I'm sure I can add them on there. But you know what I mean, the little strips that have buckles. I think I might have some metal buckles that would look really cute, but I don't know where they are right this second. So you could put some along the top, like this. Something like that. Ooh. Sorry, got all my junk falling all over. Make the little end more ribbony here. And I'm going to adhere it by bending that in so it looks like, actually it would go this way. The buckle would go this way. This is the inside. I want the outside this way. Yeah. So I could put a little metal buckle on here and then, you know, adhere that down completely to make it look like it's someplace, you know, that little tightener, little buckle. I don't know what else you would call it. I guess that's what you call it, right? I'm just going to tack that down like that. I'll have to find a little metal piece to go on there. Adorable. Okay, now I want to adhere, and that's going to drive me crazy. I'm going to tack this back part down. Okay. And you could put a little sentiment on there or something. Alright, so now we're going to embellish. Embellish. So I put ribbon around this little piece up here, but I think the crowning piece is all the flowers. So I'm going to adhere these again with the 450. Yeah, yes. You pick them up and check them out on the bottom. Absolutely. It's just so cute. I think that it just adds a little clever touch. Let me just get all my papers out of the way and we will start gluing flowers and bling down. Okay, so I'm going to lay this down so you guys can see me doing this. That way it's a little easier. See down here? It's the only thing about my webcam. I like it, but I wish I could zoom in with it. I don't know how to do that, but I don't even think it will. But that's, you have the little, see the little, oh, there's a bird on the inside, yeah. See the birdie? And then on the outside, in the front, there's the butterfly. So I'm going to use that as part of the design. I don't want to cover him all the way up. There's the seam here. I don't know if you can see it. There's a seam running here. I'm going to cover some of that with flowers, so you really don't, it doesn't bother me really that much, but you know, I think it just is distracting a little bit. So I have all these flowers. We all love our flowers, don't we? Here's my flower stash. Swimming in flowers. Okay, I'm not putting all these on there, of course, but we're going to pick and choose some. I know. Some big flowers. I like that color. Pinks of the paper. Mauve color. Yeah, nice stash. This isn't even half of my stash. I have so many flowers. You know, I'm an educator for Prima too, so I kind of hoard these things. The light one, the dark one. Decisions. I like the darker one. I'll use that. I just start gluing 450 on there. Kind of adhere some of these. I don't want to cover up that butterfly, so I'm going to move it over a little. This has a little bling in the middle too, isn't that cute? There. Okay. I think I got this off center a little bit. Because it's hard to do it when you're looking opposite on the screen. That's funny. So I may have to add another big flower somewhere. Or just a cluster down there. It's a little crazy. So I just kind of decide. I've got some browns. Those are pretty. Maybe I'll move that big one down here. Cover up part of that. Got all sorts of flowers, so I'm just kind of arranging, and then I'm going to add some leaves, some other little things. Let's see what else I got. I think I'm going to stick with some kind of muted pastels. Oh, that's pretty. Purples. There's not really a lot of purples in that. Yeah, that might not look bad though. A little different. This is my thought process. Oh, Sandy, you're funny. I just need to use more, I guess. I'm just not always a flowery kind of girl. I don't really use as much. I always love looking at the other Prima girls and how many flowers they use on things. They really, my friend Carrie, she uses flowers just gorgeous the way she uses them. I gotta look for some little ones. Little flowers. I need my little ones. Some older flowers. These have a little bit of gold on them, but they've got some more colors too. Black. Okay. And these little, I don't remember what they call these. Little rosettes, little mini roses. I look like I have way too many flowers over here. Some are too bright. We're gonna not use the bright ones. So I think they'll compete with the paper. Like orange, that's a little too bright. Ooh. But these might work. Those reds, purple, yellows, light pink. It's a little too pinky pink. Maybe they use pink. And the nice thing about 450 is, you know, you can use big things, little things. It adheres everything. It really is the go-to adhesive. Perfect for a multitude of ways and things that you could use it on. So let me see. I like to try to curve it over. So I need some little ones down here towards the back. So let's see here. Maybe a pink one. Pastel. Oh, that's pretty. Let's do that. See, I'm talking to myself. Tuck it in there. Blue one doesn't really like to share its space with this one. Come on. There we go. Oh, I've got this. This is kind of a resin one. It was mixed in with there. I'll add that in there. Maybe tuck it in here for a little pop of color. Alright. We're getting there. That's looking pretty good. And we're almost, you know, out of time. I think this, well, not out of time, but, you know, getting close to the end. And I'm liking how this kind of turned out. I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. We're going to keep going with some of the, mix in some of the little ones. Maybe this black one in here. We'll check out what we got, what we have going on here. I think I'm ready to add some leaves in here too, and bling. On my other boots, I did a little poem phrase here. It says, "Love is the flower you have to grow." So I put that on with some of the letters, and I stuck those on with the 452. I want to make sure that they stayed, that they weren't going to pop off, especially when they were being sent to CHA. I wanted to make sure that they didn't, you know, fall off there. And we could put a little ribbon in there. We could put a little bow in there too. See, this stuff's already dry. It's already on there. It's not coming off. I need a few more right here. Let's see. How about red? Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. Maybe a yellow. Yeah, the quote. I think you could find like a cute little gardening quote or a springtime quote and put that on there. That would look really adorable. I think I get this one. Oh, I could get really carried away with all these flowers. Looking pretty good. See, so I hid that seam pretty well there. And now I'm just kind of, I'm going to wrap some flowers around the front a little bit. Maybe some mini ones or some darker one now. Pinkish one. And then I've got these fabric, and the 450 works so nice on fabric too. And these are just fabric leaves from Prima too. Yep. And I can just put the 450 on there and kind of tuck them in behind some of the flowers. Have them kind of peek out. Oops. One needs to get tucked in a little better. Even the thin ones. This is like a little muslin. I'm not sure. Tuck that in behind this. Pretty. Pretty, pretty. Oops. Thank you. All right. And I'm just going to keep adding, embellishing, and making it look nice. And then, you know, you could dabble some. I use the gemstone glue. This is the Helmar gemstone glue. You see that? And I'm going to put a few gemstones on there. So I have these this is from Prima. But these are the little individual gems. So you could do the swirly ones too, the satin crystals. I just don't have any out right now from that. But these are pretty cool. But they're self-adhesive, but they always fall off. for some reason they just don't stay. So I have to use another adhesive. So the gemstone glue will dry clear. It won't affect the backing of the gems, so it's definitely going to stay on there, but it's also not going to give it a weird haze or anything. Nice and clear. It's perfect. So I think I'm going to do some of these. Pick it up. A little bit on there. And because I have some of these brown flowers on here, I think the gem will look just perfect with that. So I'm just going to put like a little cluster of gems. Maybe some pearls mixed in with it. Like they look like dewdrops. Need to shake that up. Or switch hands, one or the other. There we go. And now I know this stuff will not fall off. The little gems will stay right where I put them. I'll put a blue one in there too. So I'm just putting a little sampling of jewels in there. A smattering of jewels. And they'll stay right there. They're beautiful. Alright, so we can just continue embellishing and adding more and more flowers using the 450. And, oh yeah, I use my scissors. Sorry, I can't handle the tweezers. They never stay for me. So these scissors are perfect for holding. And there's our boot. And you just do the other one the same. And you'll have a matching pair. You could do a little quote on the edge. Add some ribbon for a bow somewhere. Right? Yeah, they are pretty cute. Thanks for coming on with me here in Helmar Live, and I will upload my template to my blog tonight, so they will be there tomorrow definitely for you to download and to make your own. Okay? Any questions about that? I think you can come back and watch the video again. I hope you enjoyed my boot. I'm going to give you all the boot. No, just kidding. Just kidding. Couldn't resist. I had to have some sort of pun there. Now I have to go clean all the glue off my hands. I had so much fun using the glue. This stuff is everything's already dry, and you can immediately put it on your mantle or hallway or wherever you're going to display it. Alright, I'm going to stop the recording now, and I'll stay on broadcast, so in case anybody has any questions tonight. Don't forget that if you order some Helmar adhesive from us, I think there's a code that Cheryl will put up there that will allow you to get 10% off tonight. And thank you for coming. And next month I'll be doing another project, another paper crafting. I think I might be doing a layout next time. Something simple, a little simpler, a little more, less complex, a little bit more mixed media layout. Oh, or an umbrella, and I could do an umbrella. Yes, an altered umbrella. Maybe I'll do that. Let me work on that one. See what I can come up with. Alrighty, I can't remember when my next new stream is. It's in April. I think it's towards the end of April. My code is JM2012. Yep. All right, thank you. I am going to stop recording now. Thanks, guys.